Hey yo, what's good? It's your boy Body Not So Fit. So it's been a while, but I figured that, just check up to see how everybody's doing. So maybe I'll get somebody to pop up, maybe not. Either way, whether it's one person, two persons, or three, I'm ready to hit it up, chat. Let's get this show on the road. Feel me? But I think this is my first live on 2024. So I just want to say Happy New Year to everyone. I know it's late, my fault. Brother just been busy, but still doing my thing. So yeah. Any questions? If I don't answer, don't be upset. Sometimes I just don't like to spoil everything right on the spot. So, gotta keep it pushing, but we stay moving. Whoever's in the chat right now, what's good? It's your boy Bad Body Not So Fit. It's been a while since I've done this. I used to do this almost every single night, but it's my first time, I believe, in 2024. So let's see who we got in here. All right, top chat, super chat. There we go. I didn't make an announcement. I know if I did, people would be like, yo, dude, doing his thing now. All right, hold on. Yo, these settings are wild. So if you're new to my channel, usually on my channel, we get into some deep discussions sometimes. Usually it's revolved around fitness because, that's why my profile name is Bad Body Not So Fit. Trying to get fit, but life sometimes hits you and you get stuck with other things, other obligations, and you know how that goes. So I haven't reached my fitness goal yet, but I'm still doing my workout thing. You check out my videos on a regular, on my shorts. I still do my thing a little bit here and there. I just got on about 3 minutes ago, so I'm still waiting for some people to pop up. There's probably just a little bit of stuff that I want to get off my chest to my viewers, those that's been around for a while. So we'll find out. I know usually when I do lives, people start popping up like around 9:30ish. But hey, things may have changed in 2024. So we're about to see. Hopefully somebody drops in. Let's see what we got going on. I know I got a big area. I might do some workouts on this live. Nothing too crazy. Might do a set of push-ups or whatever. I definitely got the space now because I redid my attic space. I moved the bench on the other side of the attic, and now I just have my TV. I have a big floor space to do like literally calisthenics and stuff. So since I do calisthenics for the most part, usually when I do weights, I like doing it at a gym. I do have weights at home, but I just I don't know. I just like the gym atmosphere. I like getting that pump, being somewhere, not having to worry about my own mess. I do re-rack my weights, so I don't want y'all to think that I go to a gym just to mess around and don't re-rack my weights. No, I do that. Something about that atmosphere. I think that it hits home ever since I was a kid, and I love it. I know on social media they show like a distorted view of the gym. I just think it depends on where you live. So if you live in like big popular states, maybe like Florida, Texas, California, you may see a lot of those gyms that be doing some crazy behind videos like you'll see on J Swole. channel when he calls out a whole bunch of people on social media doing inappropriate things or lying about people being creeps. Therefore, so but nah, I don't see that here necessarily where I am. I'm not trying to say it doesn't happen here, but I don't see like fraud or inappropriate things at the gym that I go. Well, the gyms that are in my area. No, I never ran into that. But social media though, they got all that crazy mess. They got the ladies and the males showing the craziness in the gym. It gets wild. But I never personally experienced it. I experienced like fights or um maybe some weird workouts, something crazy, silly, angry customers, angry employees, but I never witnessed the extremes like you'll see on social media. So yeah, I haven't done videos or lives or anything in a while. I just started uploading again. And to be honest, just like I said, I've been busy. But within me being busy and not making any content for a while, I did, develop self growth in myself. Everything in my life's been good though. It's been progressing. But the growth that I'm talking about, it's not like money or anything like that, because that's been taken care of on its own. I'm talking more, hey yo, what's good? What's good? Body beat down. It's been a while. It's been a while, buddy. Um, I was just mentioning earlier how it's been a while since I've done a live. I just started posting some things again, but I think this is my first live in 2024. I could be wrong, but I was just gonna talk about what I've been up to with my journey and stuff. So as far as like fitness and health, that's been pretty stagnant. Am I still pretty strong? So yeah, if you see my later clips, my later shorts, my later videos and stuff that I posted this past week, I'm still doing some stuff. I just been caught up with a whole bunch of other things that, it stopped where I want it to be, but I haven't completely fallen off. I just kind of been on like a good pause, but mentally, and for some, it could be a spiritual thing, but mentally, I've been exposed, been aware over certain things in my life and in other people's lives. And to be honest, you know, I've been really happy with that. I'm the type of person, in order for me to move on in life, I have to have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Definitely understanding. If I don't have no understanding in my current situation on how I'm here today while I'm going through certain things, my life, I will be so stressed out. And I don't understand why people don't ask for understanding, because everybody hits a stumble block. Every single person I know on this planet that's lived or died hits a stumble block. And you'll realize that if you don't try to understand why you're in a certain situation, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a bad situation, but it could be a situation where you're kind of confused, uncertain, or you want to make better. If you don't have that full understanding, it's gonna mess with you a lot, especially the older you get. Because the older we get, I don't care who you are. You can live a good life, bad life. You're constantly gonna look back and be like, if I would have did things differently, or what if I would have done this, I would have done that. We all go through that. We all reflect. We always look back and say, hey, I could have did something differently. It's okay. Just do your best. Of course, even better again. So just get back when you can. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, life is constantly gonna be a roller coaster. But within the past months, because I think it's been months since I've done this, Um, I just want to say that I've always been like a cool, I want to say rational person, but time away from YouTube and doing my own thing, I remember I always had a broad perspective. I've always had a broad perspective. I never really compromised though. I could listen to somebody and understand because just like I told you, I'm a creature that wants understanding. I could understand somebody and see their perspective. That doesn't mean I agree with it. But but over the past months and stuff though, I come to understand even more of having more awareness when it comes to most people and most situations over the past months, and it made me have a heart out for those people. Made me have more grace. Let me just say more grace and more forgiveness, and it feels good. It actually feels like a relief, like a heavy burden has lifted over my shoulders, off my shoulders. Because you could say that you forgot about something, you forgive something, whether it's something that's on a personal level or something that's macro, like that's happening all over the world. But until you have a more in depth, a deeper understanding, you really don't know who you are or how much grace you could show someone or forgiveness until you're reacquainted or in that situation yourself. So over these past months, man, like I feel like I'm transforming. Just like I said, I have a deeper understanding with a lot of stuff. So even though a lot of people, like for example, I'm just gonna give a loose example. You know, I'm not gonna mention no names or a specific situation, but let's just say that someone did something horrible, right? Mind you, I'm not in the person's shoes, so I don't know how I would react if I was if something were to happen to me. But let's just say something tragic happened to somebody, or they did something tragic upon themselves. So many people be so quick to be like, "Oh, that person should just be off from the face of the earth," or "This person should be dealt with." And don't get me wrong, we all do this, right? Like, there's been a couple of times where I'm like, "Yo, this dude did it, I'll kick it," but now, unless they're like a troll, because trolls they purposely deliberately on a mission to troll. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people that are really hurt. People that some trauma happened to them, something traumatic happened to them when they in the past or maybe current, and they are stuck in this cycle mindset of generalizing everything, not giving anything a chance. They have a victim mindset. They hate a particular group, a particular lifestyle, and they have no grace. They don't want to understand. They only want to understand the situation when it benefits them or if it relates to them. But I've gotten to the place where even if I went through something traumatic, um, to the situation, be like, I could see how that person may have done what they did. I don't agree with it. I don't think it's right, but I do get why they did what they did, even though it's wrong and I don't agree with it. I think most people won't agree with it. And instead of bashing the person or wishing hell upon them, I either pray for them or wish them well. If they're more closer into my life, like maybe somebody I work with or go to, or colleague or something, then maybe I'll talk to them. I just think that it's better to try to help somebody than wish harm upon them. Because think about it, you may be done with them, but somebody else is gonna have to deal with them. And if they're still the same towards other people, what have you done or prayed upon or wished upon, whatever you do in your private life? What have you done? to make sure that the person that gave you hell doesn't do it to somebody else. So even I'm not trying to say we're our brothers and sisters keeper in every situation, but it's just better to understand somebody and try to see where they're coming from, see if you could kind of maybe not help them directly, but kind of make them understand their choices and their consequence and their trials versus just damning them all together. Um, you a good man. Keep doing what you're doing, no matter what no one says to you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Let me see if I could hold on. Let me mod. Stand up. There we go. All right, I just made you a mod, but yeah, you know. Oh, and another thing that I want to touch up on that someone has brought up. I want to say that at my job they do this. They actually do a seminar on it, but I gotta just like I said, I have a deeper understanding of it. Every single one of us have a unconscious when it comes. We have an unconscious bias. Every single one of us. And the reason why I say that is because for example, if so unconscious bias means that you do something that you're not aware of. Now you got some people, they're biased as they are extremely biased. Like they'll let you know and they will explain why. But what I mean by unconscious bias is, for example, you could be like in a classroom and you could have, I'm just gonna be blunt, you could have a whole bunch of, hold on, there's a lot going on in the world that's dividing us all, from trans like to race wars to politics and religion, just everything. People try hard to make life worse instead of better. Yep, yep, yep. And I think during my lives, if I start doing this every single day, I want to touch on some of that stuff. Because we have to really, before we start giving a strong opinion about something, we really have to think as individuals, right? So, for example, I'll give a perfect example. You have a lot of people, right, that will automatically just say, um, I'm just gonna throw it out there. They'll say stuff like, "Oh, they hate Catholics, they hate Christian, they hate this, they hate that, blah blah blah, blah whatever." I'm the type of person, though. You can't come up to me and start generalizing on things because I'm the type of person, I judge you based off the individual that you are. You know, that's how I base things. So, for example, if anyone in this chat is living a certain lifestyle, that's just like I said, it's not too extreme. I'm not gonna, even though I see probably on media and my personal life a lot of people doing something stupid within y'all group setting, I'm not gonna judge you based off that. I'm judging you based off the individual. I'm basing it straight off of you. Now don't get me wrong. This is why I said we all have unconscious biases, because sometimes we know something, we've been through something traumatic, and sometimes we'll have like a little bias in us that makes us a little wary, like, yeah, I want to get to know this person for them, but just in case, I'm going to keep my guard up because blah 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 blah. We all do it. Just like I was going to mention an example earlier, you could go inside a classroom and you'll notice that the colored people are on one side of the room and then probably white people are on the left side of the room. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's funny how people, they kind of overlook it, but it's because of our unconscious bias. Because sometimes we automatically, without knowing it, like to sit with people that we feel are comfortable with us, that look like us, sound like us, whatever. It's just an unconscious bias. It's not doing it purposely. It's not doing it deliberately. It's just, and just like I said, when you have an unconscious bias, you're not aware of it until somebody points it out. Like there's been a couple of college rooms that I've been into that I will mention. It's like, and I will mention in a group setting, like in a project. I'll say, you guys notice that, the whites and the colors, even though nobody doesn't hate each other in this classroom, we actually go out and drink and hang out, but we're divided by, you notice? And even the teacher would be like, wow, I never looked at it like that. I say, yeah, I'm pretty sure some people sat in a particular spot because they're closer to the board or they can't hear, they have a medical condition, but you'll realize that literally, like all from Hispanic, black, this in one side of the classroom and whites on the other side. Just like I said, nobody doesn't hate each other. I don't wanna say that, but it's just unconscious bias. It's kinda like when you see a whole bunch of, it's kinda like the gym thing that I mentioned, people used to help each other out in the gym, but now social media, now mind you, social media, they made the gym look like it's a battlefield now. Like you see a girl squat and she needs help, and people don't even want to help her no more, because of something that they saw on social media, or maybe they've been a victim to this whole this guy's a creep and he shouldn't have helped me, or well, I don't know. But we all have unconscious biases. It is funny. You are right. You walk in the room, people are divided. I guess we just go to those that we feel fit. Yeah, it's true. Until we get to know them, then we get comfortable and kind of like, then we start blending in. But we all have it. The moment someone says that they don't, then they either know of their biases and they can explain why they're like that, but usually they don't know that, and that's the point. That's why it's called unconscious. When people say they don't see it like that, that's the point. It's like, duh, that's what I'm trying to say. You do not see it that way, but that's how it's appearing to other people. It's the appearance, and it is what it is. We unconsciously do things based off our upbringing, maybe a traumatic experience, maybe because we're more familiarized and we feel comfortable around people that look like us. It's okay. It's okay. Not a lot of people know it. Not a lot of people are aware of it, and that's okay. It's just good to point it out, and when you're aware of it, just kind of think back, like, why am I like this? People are scared to say the truth, so they go to other or say, I never laugh out loud. Yeah, like it's funny because like in my in a classroom I was in, we had like an adjustable table. Mind you, I'm a tall guy, and and y'all seen my videos. I had back surgery, and so I have back problems. I'm a tall guy, so I need a table that's pretty high. So wherever there was an adjustable table, I had to sit there. So it wasn't a matter of um whether there was a black, Hispanic, or what. I didn't care. It just had the adjustable table where I could adjust it. But when I sat there, and I'm the type of person I like to analyze things, and I noticed that, um, the black or the African girl and the Spanish girl, so actually mixed something. They sat in the back, and then the people across from me, they were Spanish. The two white girls though, they were mad cool though. The ones that sat in the front next to me, they're mad cool. And then I had a Spanish dude sit next to me, and then in the middle part of the classroom, it's so funny because even in the middle part of the classroom, you will see the one side. It was neutral, but the side that was towards me, color, except for one kid, which I think he's like Nigerian or something, or Jamaican, but he sat on the left side. Now it started to get like the whites, right? So mind you, they're all cool. Like they're mad cool. And if they're watching this video, they're like, yo, I haven't heard. They know that they're cool. I talk with them, I laugh with them. They're very intelligent, but they all sat on the other side, and and without nobody probably noticing, and maybe somebody did notice, but it's uncomfortable to talk about. But you will see that, and it's like, people are not aware. Even when walking outside, sometimes a woman will clench onto her purse when she's in a certain, without realizing it. Just unconscious bias. Adult life is just like school. You have many groups. You just fit in where you fit in. Yeah, and I fit in with all the bad bodies, not so fit. You know what I'm saying? That's where I fit in. With all the bad bodies, not so fit. Like this. Oh, they look too good. Let me go over there. Let me go over there with the Gut Clan people. but but yeah. So I want to touch on that a little bit. So for people that aren't aware, sometimes just look at your surroundings and what you do. You'll be surprised at a lot of the things that you do or disagree with or hate. It all stems back from something that happened in your childhood, or maybe it happened currently. Maybe some of the things that you have biases on is based off social media or a relationship, and now you think everybody's bad. You think all men are bad, or all women, all cats and dogs. But look, in this world, there's positive, there's negative, there's good, there's bad. And when there's a lot of bad, there's also a lot of good. It's either your choice on why you're dealing with the bad, the all the bad, or you're gonna modify your life and switch it up where it's better. And anytime when you get pissed off with somebody, you really have to think to yourself, have I done that to somebody myself? And I think that's where my journey, since I've been off of YouTube for a while, has been. Before I get upset with somebody, I'm like, have I done that to somebody before? And how am I going to be mad at somebody and not forgive them when I've done the worst damage to myself? If I've done more harm towards myself based off the decisions that I've made, how can I be hateful towards somebody else? In my personal life, I felt that I've done myself more harm and no good than anybody else in my life. Somebody could literally come up behind me, hit me in the back, and I will forgive that person. Most likely I'll probably get up and whoop their ass, but if I'm not knocked out, but I will probably forgive that person within that same moment, only because I look I it's because of what I went through. Got to get some coffee. Be right back. Yeah, it's oh no problem. It's because of the things that I've gone through. Why I got back surgery. That's like my fault too. Well, the first back surgery. So I've done worse to myself. You know, and that's why I have grace now. When these months that I've been on YouTube, I really have to be like, yeah, these people done this to me, or I've been through this with this person and that person, but it all stemmed because it was my choice to deal with certain people. It was my choice to have some of these people in my life. It was my choice to be at a certain job or a certain school or certain. So I can't be mad at my. I can't. I can't be mad because I'm the one that put myself in that situation. So now it's like, okay, I put myself in this situation. And then some people may say, yeah, but you had to be in that situation, so it's not fair that people are treat. Yeah, but then at the same time, it's like, what people have done to me. Have I done it to somebody before? I may not have done it continuously, but have I done it to someone before? Have I wronged somebody? Have I lied? Have I cheated? Have I and even though I may not have done it as a habit like some people do in the world, so because some people are just straight up just manipulators, liars, and cheaters, straight up like every day. But even me just doing it just a couple of times, basically I can't cast a stone, because El Shiki, what's good, man? I'm just talking about why I've been out gone from YouTube and the things that develop. Oh, and the people that said what's up earlier, I'm sorry. D'Angelo, wow, he's still hanging, man. Hold on, let me go ahead and mod him. Usually I have two phones when I do this, but I'm just doing one. So if I didn't mod you right away, my fault. Um, yeah, all the bodies. Yeah. Hey, you need to change yours to Shiki body or something. There you go. But yeah, um, I find myself a little bit less bitter and hateful towards something. I'm not trying to say that I was like a bitter person, but any little bit of bitterness that I did have, or if I did have like a slight hate towards something, it decreased. Someone that says that they don't have no hate at all, what they mean is that, you know, they find a resolve for that hate, because there's no such thing as someone not hating nothing, you know. Just like someone doesn't like something, some people don't hate. You just gotta pick their brain. Everybody hates something. It may not. It's just not that extreme, or they find a resolve for that hate. They find a compromise, or they work around it. But everybody hates a certain lifestyle. Everybody hates something. It's something in their life, whether it's food, a certain animal, a color, for ignorant reasons, for legit reasons, traumatic experiences, whatnot, religion, whatever. We all do. But just like I said, I steady have a glass of haterade. Yeah, Um, but yeah, I have a less than that. Oh, and I want to give a shout out to um my brother. Um, Sometimes he watches my live. He got married, and I wasn't able to make it, but I'm proud of him. And if he is watching, because sometimes he does, I just want to say that I'm very proud of you, and thank you for your service as well. You know, thank you for your service. Military, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying. But yeah. All right, let's get back to the, you know. But yeah, yeah, um, yeah. So Shiki, what you been up to, man? I know I haven't been. I've been on your channel a little bit and stuff. When I wasn't posting, I was seeing some of your stuff. Oh, and I know I gotta do that challenge. I be following that chick too. I forget her name, but she like that Asian woman. Yeah, she be doing some cool stuff, yo. If I wasn't such a fatty, I would have been doing those headstands and stuff like she be doing too. Same old thing, working and chilling. Yeah, I miss your son. You need to post some videos on him. I like seeing that stuff. I love seeing a good family dynamic and stuff. Um, that makes me happy. Because there's so many people deliberately finding stuff on YouTube that relates to their trauma. And some of the things that they search up, it hasn't even happened to them. It probably happened to them once, and they take it on like their identity, and now they're just like the people on YouTube, hateful and bitter. And it's like, dude, like, or chick, you only been through it once, or or you haven't really gone through it, but yet you develop this self hate because of all the content you're watching. So you need to switch up some of the things that you're watching. So when you show your son, it makes me feel good, man. I see that and it makes me happy. I love that, man. I really do. I try not to get sucked into this black hole, because social media it'll you up. Some people on social media, a lot of people project. You know what I'm saying? They'll go through an incident in their personal life, and they will go through this black hole of just negative content, and it's easy to get sucked in. Just like I said, all it takes is one bad experience that you went through that traumatized you. And I'm not trying to say whatever someone goes through isn't a big deal. because to them it may be, but they get sucked into this whole, oh, I hate all men, I hate all women or this men or that, politics, this religion, that Christians, this. And it gets really bad once you get into that black hole of just straight up just projecting and mentioning how certain groups do this, knowing damn well you haven't even gone through it yourself. Um, I like when Aiden sits in front of the camera and she can be like, boy, yeah, I like that too. I do like that. When Aiden pops up. I like that a lot. Um, but yeah, a lot of people project online, and just like I said, some of us do it, whether it's online or in person. I know I've done it plenty. I've done it plenty. Everybody's victim of it. Everybody's done it. But when I do it, I try to find a way out. Just like I said, everybody has hate in them. Just some people try to find a resolve, and some people find it rather quickly. And I felt that within this past 4 months, that's been another thing that I found a resolve in. I learned to, just like I said, before I start spatting hateful thoughts or hateful things, I always say, have I done something hateful to somebody before? Have I hurt people before? Whether it was accidental or deliberate. So I need to show grace because not everybody in my personal life is a factor and contribute to the whole function of the whole entire human race. So whatever I went through in my personal life, they don't speak, or I can't judge everybody based off my personal life, which is mainly my choice. A lot of people that go through crap in their life is because of their choice, whether it's the only thing you can't choose is your family. But after that, when you're like a teenager and older, you choose who you want to be with, who you have sex with, having kids, your job, the job you work, the type of job you work, whether you go to college or not. You decide a lot of those factors in your life. But what ends up happening is when people feel they have no choice but to choose something, or they chose prematurely, instead of them blaming themselves on why they're in that situation, they say F the world, everybody's like this, based off that one decision that they made, that the initiative person was themselves. A lot of the problems that people go through is stem from themselves, from their initial contact, their initial thought, and that one decision. Everything in my life, from this crappy jacket that I have on to my whatever, that initiated from me. You know, I would say that there's only some things that we don't have control over, but most of the things that happen in people's life, it did happen because of you. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some people they're born in crappy situations, and it's hard for them to climb out of a hole. Certain lifestyles was embedded in them from birth, like those third world countries where you see kids already with guns. I'm not talking about the extreme like that. I'm talking about the normal. Well, we're all in America. Some of us are. Some people are watching from other countries and stuff. But if I were to speak from America's standpoint, there's a lot of us that we may not come from like the perfect home. Some of us may have gotten our ass beat from our parents, but we came from an okay home. It wasn't too great, but it was more tolerable than the extremes that I just mentioned in the third world countries. Um, but it was tolerable, and you can't say that it was because of your upbringing completely on why you chose certain things. Because just like I said, my life wasn't perfect growing up. But if I look back on it now and look at what other people's lives were like, there's a lot of choices that I could have made that may have made things a bit better. Do I love my life now? Yes, I honestly could say that I love my life. I think a lot of it comes from understanding the fact that I chose a lot of the shit that I'm going through right now. And I have that rationale. Not a lot of people have that rationale because they like to blame other people. They like to blame other things. So they're constantly going through this roller coaster or to blame the victim. I'm the victim and everybody hates me. My life is blah, blah, blah. But it's like because of you. It's your fault why you're going through this. You chose this. You know what I'm saying? Always easy to blame others, take the weight off. Funny you said that. My coworker says she hates all Capricorns. When I said I was, her ex was a Capricorn. Don't blame all of us. Yeah, you know. And it's because of her ex, right? That one traumatic experience. Now she hates all Capricorn, just like you hear some people online saying, "Oh, I hate all men," or "I hate all women," or "I hate all black or white or Asian," or "I hate all black men." It's because of the choices that we make, you know, and these premature choices. And even though we see the red flags, there's only probably a small percentage of people that they're chameleons. They camouflage so well that you can't see it. But for the most part, we see the red flag. We just ignore it. You know, for a lot of guys, you know, they'll see a female, they'll come up on them, and they just ignore everything, and because she looked good. And then for women, you know, when it comes to men, you know, she sees the red flags. You know, he's living a certain lifestyle, but she's like, I could change him, I could fix him. You know, and then when they get screwed, now they hate all men, all women, or a certain type of men or a certain type of women. Every bad thing that we go through starts from us, you know, because people are just going to be them. You can't control people, they're going to be them. So you put your crap in that situation, that's on you. Stop blaming them. You know, you did choose this job. Well, you did choose this girlfriend or boyfriend or this spouse or you know, you did choose that. You know, you saw this right. Yeah, but I was the nice person. I was a hard worker and honest and this and that. I should deserve better. No, you deserve what you put out, which you put yourself out in the wild without even trying to understand it. You know, now you got to deal with the consequence. The only time we'll call it a trial is when you're doing all the right things. From a premature standpoint to the process, you did everything right. And that's rare. That's an exception because people nowadays, they want to be the exception, but they don't follow the rule. So they do all the dumb stuff and then they want to blame everybody else and say that they're perfect. No, where you weren't perfect was the initial. When you initiated this whole process, that's where your imperfections were. So that's where the problem is. But people don't want to stem back that far. How to use phone. Nice catching up, everybody. She could be. Oh yeah, peace out, man. No problem. Melody, what's good? Melody, what? How you doing? But yeah, but not a lot of people want to go to the root of the problem. A lot of people's roots, it starts from them. You know, it really does. It starts from yourself. You know. So if you could sit back in your chair, wherever you're at right now, whether it's your bed, your chair, um, and there's something that you hate about your life, something that you're confused about, you really have to think back. Some of it may stem back before you were even born, but that just like I said, that's out of your control. But the things that were in your control, really think back. Stop blaming other people. Really look at yourself. Stop analyzing people. Get to know yourself. Date yourself. Understand yourself more. Because a lot of y'all think, look, to be honest, if you really knew yourself, you wouldn't be in the crap hole that you're in. You know, and that's just the honest truth. If you truly knew yourself, you know, you wouldn't be where you are today. That's facts. I know that sounds weird, but if you actually think about it, if you knew yourself, you would have dodged most of the bullets in your life that you're either settling for or that you hate. You will stop. You would have stopped it. You would have changed it. You would have modified it And if you would have chose, yeah, just like I said, and if you would have chose the same, yeah, you would have modified it a little bit differently. But we don't really know ourselves. We're so busy trying to get to know other people. We're so busy trying to, we're so busy saying, oh, this person needs to be better for me. This person needs to be good for me. This person needs to be 6 feet tall, big booty, big. We're so busy pointing the other finger at how someone needs to be better for us, but we don't even understand ourselves to be better in general. Oh, Tox was good. Tox was good, girl. Hold on, I got you, Miss Tox. You know, what's good? It's good. Everything's good. It's been a while since I've done a live, and it feels good. It feels good. I love seeing everybody pop up. Yeah, I love it. Even if you want to share something like, a story, because it's been a while since I've been on, But yeah, but everything stems from ourselves. We are usually the initiators from good or bad things. We are the initiators. And before we blame or say something to somebody, we really have to look at ourselves and be like, yeah, this person may have stepped on my toes, but if I didn't make this decision to get involved with this person, this probably would never have happened. Even work, yeah, these people at work, they treat me a certain way, but why am I here? you know, it's because I chose this job. Even though I saw some of the behaviors here and I felt uncomfortable, I chose it. Why? Because you probably needed it. So the reason why you're dealing with certain people may have been legit, and that's what you got to think about too. And I think that's where a lot of people feel entitled because there's some situations that we put ourselves in because it was the only option available. And some of us get pissed off because we have to deal with certain things just to get to the next level. Just remember why you're dealing with it though. So you got those situations too. But I would say what I'm talking more about now is when you deliberately deal with, hey Thomas, what's good, man? But real talk, man, outside of the extremes, and we are usually a partner in the things that bother us. Yeah, I'm my own worst enemy. And just like I said earlier in my live, this is why I'm finding more forgiveness when it comes to people and grace because nobody could do to me, for the most part, nobody could do worse to me than I already done to myself. And that's just real talk. It took a while for me. Like I always felt that I'd done things to myself, but it didn't hit hard until this year. Like this year, I really was like it's like I knew this, but the grace and the forgiveness and the tolerance is gotten better because it really, really dawned on me this year. Like I'm the one that's done the most damage to myself. And if this person did harm me in any type of way, how did they get to that point? It's because I chose these people. I chose this job. I chose this school. I chose this parking space. I chose this store. I've done it. And yeah, there's some people that you don't have control over, and there's some situations that we have zero control over. And it's our reactions that we do. But just like I said, what I'm talking about are situations where we have to face on a weekly, if not day-to-day basis. Nice to hear you saying these things. Other people will benefit with this attitude. Yeah, man. Like even now, I'm getting a little bit emotional because, just like I said, like you don't realize how much of a lift, a burden lifts off you when you finally have that understanding. It's like a peace, like a calmness that just wraps around you, And because you're not bounded by yourself. You're not victimizing, because trust and believe, man, that victim mindset, yo, that thing could get you in a vicious cycle. Just like I said earlier in my life, it could have you hating people, a certain group. It could have you stuck in this black hole of hating and projecting over and over and over again. But when I got to the realization of not only I made these choices to on why I'm dealing with certain things, but I'm also a participant to the world's problem as well. I'm not innocent. Nobody's innocent in this world. We're all born in sin, so not only I'm a participant, I may not be a big participant like causing nuclear wars and all that, but I'm still a participant to some of the sins that happen in this world. I've committed certain things. We're not all innocent. There's some people I probably never killed, but you're still not clean. We're all dirty. We're all filthy. Some people are just more filthier than most. We've all done something. We all initiated something that caused a ripple effect on other people's lives, if not ourselves. So when I got to that realization, it just made me look at other people and like, yo, like what they did was effed up, but I'm no better, and I will either forgive them in my heart or I'll just find grace, and understanding. And now when I see people that are living a certain lifestyle, I don't I don't like have that attitude like, oh, hypocrite, or and I'm not trying to say I was like that to the extreme, but sometimes we keep things up here, we just don't project it outside. So some people may look at us and think, oh, they're 100% cool, they don't act like that, but really there's a lot of stuff going on up here. But yeah, now that I see it, I'm like, yeah, you know what? That may be a nasty lifestyle, or yeah, it was creepy what they did. Yeah, they shouldn't have did that. But you know what? I don't know their life. I don't know their upbringing. I'm not giving excuses though for them. It's wrong. I don't agree with it. Yes, punishment is essential, but can I understand why they did it? Yeah, understand it doesn't mean that you agree with something. It just means that you get it, but you don't have to agree with it though. And I think the world is stupid, has gotten stupid. The world will treat you like this. Let me tell you how the world will treat you. If you don't agree with them, even though y'all been cool this whole time, but the moment you stop agreeing with them, even though you understand them, they think that you hate them. And the moment you do agree with them, they think that you agree with everything that they do in their life. No, 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 no. Agreeing and understanding are two different things. Two different things, and people need to get that through their skull. You free up mental space to create something beautiful when you put aside the judgments. Just don't let it be the reason to do whatever. Like nothing really matters. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep, I agree with that too. I agree. Nice to hear you saying something. Yeah, but I truly do feel better now. I feel this is one of the beauties about becoming older. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people, including myself, that wish I had this mindset when I was younger. But the beauty of being older is when you, and I don't know if everybody's a believer or not, but me, I'm just happy that uh, Jesus Christ has given me the time to develop this mindset. And some people say, "No, that was you, Tate." But the reason, let me tell you something though. Let me tell you something. When I wake up randomly with a different mindset, I know that's not me. I know that's not me. Because I know me. I don't know me 100%, but I know me enough to know how I think. So when I wake up in the morning and I have a different mindset. Like I just wake up and I'm like, wow, like I never thought this way. I know that's not me. I know that's not, whether you want to call it the divine power, greater energy, um, I don't know, Toriyama, Goku, whatever you want to call it. I just know it's not me. It is not me. When I wake up in the morning, I have a fresh thought that's not familiar, but it's good. I know it's not me. I ain't that clever. I ain't that smart. I ain't that pure, this and that. I made a lot of allowance for people in my life based off the fact they were my friend. It's tough to hold people accountable because then it's your turn next. But it is the way. Yeah, definitely, it's 100% the way. But yeah, I am so. I don't want people to get this the wrong way. But ever since COVID happened, there's some people that stay stagnant, and then there's some people that they took the time. They took the time to make some modifications in their life. So there's been changes in different applications happening in my life since COVID. Um, so this this journey that I've been on that has really nothing to do with my channel, maybe a little bit. It all started with COVID-19 started. So first, when COVID happened, I took that initiative to, better and basically elevate myself when it comes to finance and stuff like that. I took that change, different job. I did whatever I needed to do. While a lot of people stay stagnant in the same place, I said, no, this is the time to act. So for people that want to go back to school, you better do it. You know what I'm saying? Or if people want to switch up their jobs, you better do it. And then after COVID, hey, what's good? He changed his name. Well, I don't say CC2 Fly, but he was the country boy, yeah. But but after the year of COVID, like someone 2019 to 2020, right when I made modifications when it came to like work and finance and stuff, now it was like taking a step back and seeing how people were acting. People started switching up. People started switching up. Not so much in my life, but I seen it happen in other people's lives. Like it was crazy. Like it was a crazy phenomenon. It was wow. And people just switched up. Like negative, bad switch. Some people switched up for the better, but between so from 2019 to 2020, a lot of people said, "Oh, this is the time to act." And then from 2020 to 2021, that's when people started becoming aware, right? People starting to wake up. Like, yo, certain people are switching up. And then from 2022 to 2023, that's when people finally, if you already made those changes when it came to work or people or seeing how people are, good for you. For a lot of those people, though, they procrastinated and it became a little bit too late for them. So yeah, they're aware. They finally see how people are understanding and stuff. But for some of those people, it just became too late. So if you already jumped on that bandwagon when COVID happened, you made changes to your life. Hopefully, nobody then passed away that you knew, but you made changes in your life, whether it came from work, school, people. Good for you. Good for you. Certain people, I'm the type of person when something crazy happens in the world, I like to keep a leg up on things. I get that from my dad. My dad was like that. He still is like that. So when COVID-19 happened, I said I'm not gonna be like everybody else. They're staying at the same job. They're panicking. They're doing this and that. I'm going to change stuff up because that's when they were giving out checks. That's when there were student loans. And I said, I'm going to take advantage of this. And boy, it's going to be life changing. So now that I made life changes for myself, now I was able to focus on myself because I already changed up my foundation. My foundation is strong now. Now I don't need to focus on the floor work. I was able to focus on building on the house. That's a metaphor to basically myself. So this is how I was able to get to this place of forgiveness and grace. Because while other people procrastinated and now they want to change their lifestyle, they can't really work on themselves because they're trying to change their circumstance. Not so much them as a person, but they're trying to change the circumstance with their family or their finance, their job and stuff. So when something tragic happens in the world, if you're not ready for it, just be ready to change something before things start to revert back. Because things are either going to get worse or get better after something happened catastrophic. And that's just the truth. That's just the honest truth. So, for example, if a big old wave just hit your city, right? You're when everything's up and built, it's either gonna get worse or get better economically. Something's gonna happen. You're gonna wish that people are gonna come together more. But the thing is, we only come together when we're trying to build. But once that build is all said and done, the government or people in your life, they're either gonna be like, screw this. I'm gonna make sure that rent goes up, which it did. Remember, rent did go up. Inflation and everything went up. But procrastinators, they weren't ready. They want to wait. Now they're trying to do something. The procrastinators, now they're trying. And the ones that are complaining are the people that didn't take advantage in 2019 when all this started. I did. I just like I said, my foundation is there. I was just watching a few of your shorts, noticed you were live, and just hopped on. Ultra, what's good, man? Nice to see you. But a lot of people didn't take advantage, and now they're struggling. Hopefully, the people that did procrastinate and they're starting, hopefully, it's still a smooth transition. I'm in a process right now, but just like I said, it's already been kicking and moving. And I'm able to focus more on myself now. I took advantage right away. But other than that, I hope you guys took advantage too. You know, I know some of y'all may have not, but it's never too late. Just know when the opportunity comes, you gotta take it by the horns, man. People think when something bad happens, it's to pause and don't do nothing or panic like everybody else. If everybody's, look, if a gaiju, whatever you call them thing, Godzilla, whatever, if he came in the city and I saw everybody running one way, I'm going to run the opposite way. I'm probably even going to run towards him, but kind of towards the left or the right. You know why? Because he's going after all those group of people, and he's either going to eat them, stomp on them, or shoot a laser at them. He ain't be. Oh, my fault. I don't know why my live did that. But just like I said, he's not gonna be stunning little old me. So and that's how y'all need to look at y'all situation. When something big and crazy happen in the world, don't do what the majority of people are doing. Because most of the people, they're either panicking, sitting on their ass, and they just ain't doing anything. You want to do something different, like while everybody's yelling and screaming and crying for their mommy and daddy, I'm gonna take the bull by the horns and I'm gonna make do with this situation. As bad as it is, I'm gonna use this time where everybody's sitting around panicking, wondering what's gonna happen. I'm gonna apply action. You know, uh, inflation has been crazy. 5 packs of ramen. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's crazy. But just like I said, now I'm just working on myself. And just like I said, myself wasn't too bad. over the years. I do love who I am now, and it's not even because it's just like I said, some people when they say they better themselves, it's because of money, how they look, which is all great. I'm not knocking any of that stuff. I'm just I just feel better because of my outlook when it comes to people, you know, because I do love people. I don't I love people, and that's why it hurts me when I see them doing something stupid, or if I end up having to throw hands with somebody and they the one on the ground, it hurts me that I had to do that. I don't think I hate anyone, um, but I know that's not what I want anyway. I don't want to hate nobody. I don't want to hurt nobody. Would I put in the work to do so if I have to? Of course, but we're all in this together because we all live, we're all bought into this world, we all die in this world. When you go through problems, it may not affect me directly, but just like I said, we're all participants to this global problem. So if you're going through something, that's going to dig at me somewhere along the line. And if you think that I'm speaking falsely, think about all the people that are trying to live honestly and then they get wrong. And by them getting wrong, they feel that they need to start riots or rob people or do something illegal. That, yeah, it may have been your neighbor, but that could be you tomorrow being robbed. We are all participants to the same issue, whether we're the ones that pulled the trigger or not. We are all participants to the problem. Some people feel that they're not the problem because they're not doing anything, but that's the problem. You're not doing nothing. Now if you can't do something, that's one thing. But a lot of times people don't do something because they feel that whatever they do to contribute, it's not going to really change anything. It's not going to help. It's only going to make a small dent. But sometimes it's those small little increments that lead up to big changes. You know what I'm saying? So if you're one of those people that you have to, oh, I need to make big or do big for me to do big, it's like, no, it's like a table. A table, if you unscrew a little nut, a little screw, sometimes that whole table will collapse or it'll lose its integrity to stand. It'll lose its integrity. you know, it's kind of like our body. We have all these big muscles and stuff, but you take away an eyeball, oh my God, like, that took away like almost half of your ability, your senses. It's the same thing in life. You may not think you're contributing to something big, but you are. It doesn't have to be money. I'm not even saying it always has to be money, but sometimes just you saying something may make someone dive a little bit deeper into understanding someone's situation, not your own. You know, um, and some people they just give up before they even start. You know, like there's some. You know what's been bothering me though? There has been one thing that's been bothering me. I'm not gonna get in too much into it because the person may be watching. But I want to say that they are my friends still because it's not certain. It's not certain until I'm 100% clear and understanding of something. Then I'll point it out. But just like I said earlier, sometimes people switch up. Um, you know, I had I'm gonna say he's a friend for now. Because that's how I still view him and stuff. Just shit happens, right? In people's personal lives that they don't have to share it. You just know, you can feel it. But this person is in a leadership position, and I noticed that they switched up a little bit. Now, the switch up could have been my fault. It could have been. It could have been anything. I'm not gonna rule out myself, even though I don't think it is. But I never rule out myself. I never do that because maybe there was something. Some people just don't be upfront with telling you because they have the attitude. Well, if I don't say anything, maybe it'll just blow over on its own. But I noticed that they switched up a bit, so it made me back off a bit too. Cause I'm good with reading body language. What's up, Jason? I'm really good with reading body language now. So when I notice that, body language or certain things doesn't happen, just the small stuff, I peep that out. Now mind you, if you're cool with somebody, know that they can switch up on you if you don't know their family or their friends and stuff that know about you. Because they always have influence, right? Like there's some men and women they have friends in their life, and those friends are sometimes good in a part of their circle, but they're gonna respect their spouses or their family, right? So even though you don't have a problem with this person, even though this person may not necessarily be bad, if their spouse or their colleagues, if they have some type of influence on them, they're gonna switch up towards you. And it could be legit reason, it could be to protect you, or it could be because you know their family's more important, which they are. They should value you know, their family's feelings and their opinions and stuff. But I noticed something was something. So I think the reason why it bothered me is because when somebody helps you out tremendously in a way that has nothing to do with money, like they helped you out to help you be a better person or to succeed in something, and then they just kind of just pull back. Yeah, you could. Yeah, I believe every person could be in your life for a season. That's just part of life. Not everybody's gonna be with you for the whole year or 2 years. They're just seasonal people. It just bothers me because like you truly value that person because they took time out of their life to invest in you. I got to go. Thanks for sharing with us and a good vibe. Oh yeah, definitely. Thank you for being here, Thomas. So, just like I said, this person has switched up a little bit, and I would say that's been bothering me just a slight bit. But other than that, my life's been good. Grace and forgiveness. That's what it's been about. I gotta go. Thanks for all right. But who's all here still? I know Ice was here. Shiki's probably still here. Thomas just leaving. Jason Heath just dropped in the house. He's been around. He's been around for around Country Curry. Um, what's good? But yeah, I would say that's been about it. I know some of y'all came in a little bit late during the live. Still here, bro. Oh man, what you cooking, man? What you cooking? Yo, I got work at 7 a.m. and I'm staying. I just can't sleep right now. I can't sleep, but guess what? It's work from home, so I'm good. I'm good. I'm working shrimp Alfredo, but oh man, that sounds good. What I had for lunch. I had salmon with salmon in a egg tortilla with some that orange, what is it called? Aloha sauce. That that island Spanish sauce. It was really good though. But I had that. It was really good. Um, I wish I had more of it, but man, dude, I gained so much weight, man. I know you can see it in my face. You're like, dang, this dude cheeks fluffy like Kirby. You know, my face is fat. God dang. Like, I know you look at me, you like, yeah, he look like a milk dud in the face. He better keep that cap on. Keep the cap on, man, bad body. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, yeah, I got big, man. Like, I know you can see it. You can see the different curvatures in my face. My face looks sexier than my face got more curves than a female that has a pear shaped body. That thing looking crazy. You see them cheeks, man? Them things curving. We went to the gym, just got home, now preparing dinner. Yeah, I don't get me wrong, I'm still working out now. You watch my videos and stuff. I'm still getting it in. I'm just big doing it. I'm bigger now. You know, I'm like 285, 290 now. And you know, I'm a big dude. Like when people see me, they like this. Yo, was that you in the Godzilla vs Kong movie? You know what I'm saying? You was in the background. You're gonna be the next villain, man. I'm huge now. I'm huge. There was a video. If y'all may catch it, y'all may catch it. But there was a video of a seal slapping his belly. Y'all should read my comment on there. Y'all gonna laugh. Y'all gonna be like, "Yep, that's him, all right." But man, I'm big now. I'm big, boy. I'm big. Hey, watch that video when I'm doing bar work on the on the single bar when I was doing the pull-ups and stuff. That thing almost bent. I won't be surprised if I did that again and I just broke the whole playground, or if I drive by there, the whole thing's bent. Because if you watch that video, you're gonna be like, yo, man, he's gonna break their playground. He's gonna break the kids' playground, man. Like that bar is bending. Like it was really bad. Like you can even hear it. There's music over, but if I turned off the music, you would hear that thing saying, it will sound like a dying Terminator crying for mercy. That thing was sounding bad, man. It was really bad. Hey, but I did it though. I did it. You know, 285 to 290 pounds. I was still doing them. I was pulling up. I did pull ups, chin ups, and climbing across that thing. But man, that thing was bending, boy. I felt it too. I felt the metal separated. I was like, oh, I gotta hurry up and get to the other side before this thing pops in the middle. And then somebody was like, yo, this black man is vandalizing these kids' parks, man. Get him. You know, but but yeah, I was shoot, man, that thing was crying, Sheiky, man. You should have been there, boy. You was like, brother, you better get off that thing. You ain't no kid no more. You know. Man, it was real bad, man. I did that, and then after I did that, right? I was like, I didn't record this though. I didn't record it, but I was like, I forget what it's called, but so every playground has certain like bars. It has like steppers on it. Well, this one has circle steppers on it, right? So I was like, oh, I'll do a cool video on this. So I always do it like a test run sometimes. I did a push up, and right when I went to go extend my arm, the thing slid down. Cheeky, no lie. Like that thing slid down. That thing said, it sounded like a car parking. And I was like, oh man, nah. So I know somebody gonna go to that park and be like, yo, what's wrong with the steps? You know? But it's not the most popular park in the neighborhood. It's out in the corner. Not a lot of kids go to it, but yeah, it was really bad, man. So now I gotta be careful. My fat Dion can't be playing around like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm damaging stuff. I'm damaging the ground that I walk on. People gonna start calling me King Kong. You know? Start throwing bananas at me. Now I'm like, yo, you ain't King Kong. You more like Donkey Kong's little brother. But yeah, I gained. I've gained. I still move around good for a big fella, but man, I've gained. You know, yeah, I sure did. You know, talking to y'all right now, y'all see me talking. Hey, between me saying a sentence, I'd be like this, and then I start talking again. Yep. But I'm gonna get back on it. The weather's still a little bit. Oh, it happens. We all go up and down. I gain too. So the weather here is still pretty cold. Uh, I get kind of jealous because everybody down south they're like, oh, the weather's nice. It's warm. It's still pretty chilly here. Um, I would say on average it's like in the like 50. 50 is not bad. It gets as low as 30 still here. Don't get me wrong. As of lately though, it's been like I would say like 45 right now, 50, 45, 50. Which just like I said is not bad. What makes it bad though is it's raining a lot. Like it's been raining all month, almost every single day. So it's raining a lot and the wind. So it could be 50 degrees somewhere, but when that wind applies that constant pressure, for some of y'all science nerds or people in the medical field, so our skin, when anything's applied, you got to think of the Ohm's law, the Ohm's theory or law, Ohm's law. Sorry. So you have resistance over voltage equals current flow. So if you're familiar with electrical stimuli or anything, so for example, when you have wind applying the temperature to your body, it lowers that resistance because it's stronger, your skin resistance. So you become really cold, because it's just localized in that area. So you got your beta fibers, your alpha beta, which is the skin, and then it gets in, then it hits the delta, the delta fiber, and then that happens, and then the T cells they transmit through the brain, the spinal cord. You know how that goes. The transmission talks to the brain, tells, hey yo, the temperature is cold. Then it goes back down to that site. So that's I know y'all probably always talking that science again, but that's what happens with the body. When wind is constantly you know putting that temperature pressed on your skin. That's how it could be 50, but it feels like it's 30. Depending on the wind and how much gust there is. I know Shiki understands that, but you know, A beta, A delta fibers, transmitters. But yeah, but I'm just waiting for May. I do not like April. It depends on where I'm at. If I'm down south, April is perfect. Up here, it's not really good. So what I'm thinking about doing, let me just check the time real quick. Hold on, y'all. It's 10:37. I'll probably stay on site 10:44. Weather is okay here. It's been raining and it's 57 currently, but we had a tornado come through last week. Then we're okay. Oh snap! Dang, I haven't seen a tornado in a good little minute. I used to see them a whole lot, but just like I said, it depends on where you live. If you see some, you know, people panic up here when they see um, they'll see like a little thing in the sky. Oh my God, it could be a tornado. I'm like, that ain't no tornado. That's an airplane going through the clouds. Stop. You know, All right, y'all. Time to work out and eat. Y'all take it easy. Shiki, man, it's been a pleasure. It's always been a pleasure. I'm definitely gonna do that challenge. I would have did it now. Oh, cause I changed my attic space. I don't know if you saw, but see all that room I made. Look at that. So I made all that room space. So my bench and stuff is where this curtain is at. It's on the other side. But I changed my attic space. But so I could do more calisthenics and stuff up here. And then I have my TV over here. You know, my little TV and stuff. Then I have like my stationary bikes on the other side. But I switched things up a little bit here just so I could do more stuff. Cause I do more calisthenics anyway. I don't get me wrong, I love like weights and stuff. Um, I'll probably start doing more videos at the gym again too. So, cause I miss my squats. They ain't nothing like getting under a barbell. Even though I'm thinking about just switching to hack squats. You know, not that back stuff. Probably once in a while. Oh, Harley, what is good? What is good? Hey, how was your night out with the ladies? How was that? Did you get my I'm good, just been busy working too. Yeah, you stay working. You stay working. But anything new for 2024? You know, storms here in Georgia, they can get violent. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah, I've been out that way. I got some family that stay in Georgia, Florida, some in Texas, California, um, some in the Carolinas, some nothing much, just the same old stuff. Nah, I feel you. Hey, just to let you know though, Harley, sometimes the same old stuff is better than when things get like worse, right? So, obviously we always want something that's better or a little different and exciting, but to me, if the same old thing is keeping everything flowing and grooving, that's cool. That's cool. It's the same thing when it's a holiday. I have that attitude. If it's quiet, there ain't nothing going wrong. There's nothing that could go wrong. It's just quiet. It's just like another day. So if the same old thing is going, hey, just fixing to go in the shower really real quick. Oh, okay, okay. Yo, man, I was just telling somebody the other not too long ago on a live. I said, yo, I want a massage and a jacuzzi. I'm telling you, I'm gonna make that my bucket list. Hey, my friend, I'm going to leave your live stream right now. I'm just getting a shower real quick. All right, Harley. I may still be on for a little bit if you want to pop on through, or I'll just hit you up later on. But yeah, enjoy. If you're somewhere it's cold, yeah, that hotness, yeah, that sounds good right about now. But I'm gonna hold off for a bit. Yeah, Georgia. Yeah, I haven't been down there in a good little minute though. Um, I have some family there when I used to live in Jacksonville. Yo, Georgia. Yeah, yeah. I don't miss it though. I miss the food. I miss the food down south. I don't miss it though. Um, there's certain things that I like though. Like when it comes to Florida, um, or Georgia and stuff. There's some places I can mention. Like, I love Clearwater in St. Petersburg. Oh, beautiful place in Florida. Oh my God. I don't miss the bugs though. I don't miss it. It's funny because when if you're like up north or anywhere up north where it's cold and stuff, there's bugs up here, and depending on where you are, there's some big bugs too, but not nothing like down south. Like I see bugs up here, I kill them with my bare hands. When I'm down south, I'm like this, yo, where my nine at? I'm like, give me a shotgun. You know, I don't be messing with. Nah, man, shoot, man, them things just as big as those. What do you call them? The face huggers from the Alien movies. Them bugs down south, boy, them things are huge. You know, I don't miss that. You know, you give me a nine, I'll shoot that thing up. I'll probably blow up half of a building just trying to kill some of them big old things y'all be having down there. Man, you know, it ain't Australia big or over there on the other side of the world, but man, there's some big suckers down there. You know, I'll never forget, no lie, no lie. I was jogging with one of my aunts and we was running and in one of the parks down in Florida, Central Florida. Yo, she ran through something. She ran through something. And I remember like her yelling. She ran through a big old spider web. There was spiders all over her. Man, yo, I was like, nope. And I grabbed the biggest stick. I'm hitting everything. I was looking like one of those video games that you see on Elder Scrolls or something. I'm just swinging that thing, hitting everything in my path, you know. And it ended up raining really bad that day, but yeah, we just jumped straight into the water somewhere. We were like, we got to get this mess off of us. Because, man, there was some colorful spiders, too. Colorful snakes, red, yellow, green frogs. Everything was just crazy down there. Mind you, I lived down there for years, too. I just can't do it, though. I don't like them big bugs, man. I don't do it. So, Jason, all the power to you, man. Because I'm telling you, your house would be messed up if I was a visitor. You'd be like, yo, bad body, how come there's a whole bunch of holes in my wall? Like, it's like, yo, I was trying to kill that big old sucker. He said, yo, that thing wasn't even that big. It was big to me. Messing everything up, man. Be like Billy Blank's tie bone everywhere. Yeah. But yeah, it's nice down there though. I just can't. I just hate the winters up north. They're just too long. Like they start sometimes as late as late October, but I'll say on average you'll feel it like late November, and then they last even till right now. You know, it's still like the weather's gotten better, but it's raining a lot. The wind makes it colder than what it really is, so I really don't like it. You know, so from late October to like mid-April, maybe even all of April, I hate it. I hate it. You know, but after April, most likely after April, most likely, because sometimes from mid-April and up it gets better. If not, usually it's May, June, July, August, September, and the first half of October. Love it, beautiful. The weather's perfect. Um, no complaints. You don't have to worry about big old bugs. You just have to worry about common ones like flies and mosquitoes here and there, depending on where you are. But you good. Perfect. Perfect weather. Hey, what's good, Mr. Bristol? Bristol. How you been? Actually, where are you located, Bristol? Because I know a lot of Bristols depending on where you are. You're there's Bristol up north, Bristol County. Um, and then there's a couple of Bristols in the U.S. There's some outside of you, like if you're like in England and other places like that. Okay, I'm in North. Yo, I noticed most of YouTubers, like, if they're not big time YouTubers, then like ones like us, right? A lot of us are like from North Carolina and stuff. Like we need to like meet up or something. And to be honest with you, it's not easy living a single. Oh, Harley, no, I know. Trust me. I know it is. Um, but other than that, I'm happy. Yep, Harley, I know you're happy. Just like you said, it's tough, but it's something about bringing a life into this world. It may be tough, but it's a beautiful thing still. I know for most people, if they haven't applied anything into their life, then they definitely started to when they had a kid. They're more initiated. They're more driven. So a lot of people that I know that just had a kid, they're so driven. Like I'm telling you, like they switched up their life. They're working harder. They don't make that many excuses no more. They went back to school, or they're just better people all around. Um, I know there's some people that they they may have kids and they may not end up being driven, but all the people that I know personally, they became some driven people. Like they're so driven that they motivate you. And we're talking about people that you would think that with them having the kids and all that, it'll kind of be like, how are they gonna tell me or motivate? No, they actually will push you because the more basically the more you come from opposition and trials and the more people you have to take care of in your life and you finally obtain it and get through it, that's more commendable. It's kind of like statistic thinking, right? Like, for example, I'm just going to throw this out there because this happened to me in real life now. This story I'm about to tell y'all. So, I'll never forget. This happened years ago. This isn't now. I remember when I just got a biology associate's degree. This was years ago that I'm talking about. And I had a friend that got a master's degree. Did you know that? Now, mind you, I'm just gonna bring a little light to the story because the family I'm talking about, they're white. Um, did you know that his parents were more proud of me and threw me a party than their own son? There's something about going through a tough childhood, or even from your color of your skin, the perception that people have of you, whether you're a single parent, the color of your skin, the culture, the life that you grew up in. There's something about you overcoming obstacles, even if they're small. They're small baby steps that are easy to probably obtain for most people. But when you fit a certain narrative, depending on that, and you overcome it, people blow up. Like, oh my God, you did that? Because you went against the norm, you went against the statistic. So that's why it's so much more to look up to depending on who you are, because who you are and what you have to do in life to get a leg up, it gives more of an impactful story. That's what I'm trying to say. It gives more of an impactful story. Do you know anyone from high school that just went? Do you know anyone? What do you mean just went down? Do you know anyone from high school that just went down? Like died, or what do you mean by just went down? I hate when I feel stupid. I'm reading something. Am I missing something? Do you know anyone from high school that just went down? Oh, you mean like down there? Like moved to the Carolinas, or? And hold on, while you tell me that, if you want to elaborate. Oh, yes, 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 yes. So so to me, a lot of people that peak in high school are are those that were popular, that were told that they're gonna be anything they want. They had all the girls or all the boys, depending on what gender. Sometimes it could be same sex, whatever. But usually it was always the people that basically had talent. They didn't really have to work hard. They were just exceptional. Everything about them was just perfect. They could do anything. A lot of those people I did know fall off. Like they peaked in high school. Like they're the people that they're already sitting in rocking chairs and they're mentioning their glory days, which was high school, but yet they're still like in their 20s and their 30s and their 40s and their 50s, which they still have plenty of time to do other things and elevate themselves. There's some people that I knew, and mind you, there's some people that now, there's nothing wrong with. I don't downplay no job. I mean, it depends on the job, but when it comes to like working for the government, whether it's cleaning up trash or this and that, I respect those jobs. I respect teachers. I respect janitors because they do jobs that most people won't do. But when you grow up with people that are so exceptional and then you just see them peak and they're working a certain job that you least expect, yeah, that's gonna alarm me. Because just like I said, depending on who you are, how you look, and how you were raised and your upbringing, how people viewed you, you will either motivate them more when you come through opposition and you finally get to where you need to be, or people are going to be shocked and be telling stories of how well they can't do it. Then what makes you think that you could, or what, how can I do it? And there's a lot of people that I knew that were so damn smart, like they could have been doctors, lawyers, they could have been anything they want, but they peaked, and they peaked in high school. And then you got someone that they were somewhat, I hate saying this, but I'm just emphasizing right now that they were basically nothing, and they're the doctors, they're the lawyers, they're the bosses of the corporation. So be careful now, because life don't ever end unless you dead. So don't think that you can't peak. Everybody peaks somewhere. But just don't be caught off guard, because you could plateau and get yourself out of the plateau. But if you think that you're so exceptional that nothing can stomp you or stop you, you're a fool, and you will be knocked on your ass. Um, so I 100% agree with you on that, but you already know yeah, I know. He means like the worst successful and other money. Yeah. Oh, yeah, thank you, Harley. See, even Harley understood you. I was still like, huh? you know. But I got it now. What Bristol was saying, and yeah, Harley, yeah. And you know what though, Harley? Look, just like I said, there's people that they have a tough life, but they've gone through certain things. Like so for some people got out of poverty. Some people got out of dark situations that kept them alive. Like for example, me for an example, I've been in a dark place, and if it wasn't for certain things that happened in my life, I wouldn't be here today. So just that in itself is 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 going against the norm, because we live in a day and age where when people go through stuff now, you'll see it on the news, you'll hear it, and people will start relying on drugs, or they'll get into nasty, lustful habits, or they will just off themselves. But you overcame, just like I overcame. Just like I said, I went through so much that some of the stuff was pretty dark, and there's certain things that happen in my life that took me out of that darkness. Um, so trust me, I get it. Um, what was your biggest life lesson? My biggest life lesson, Bristol, was something that I learned to come to face every single day, and I'm going to tell you what it is. Because I always knew this, I have a deeper understanding, and I'm going to tell you what it is. You have to understand whatever you go through today, for the most part, it was because of you. So, how I've come to forgive and show grace to people in my life, I had to come to the conclusion that a lot of those choices stemmed from my bad decision making. Whether I was gullible, whether I ignored the red flags, whether I thought that I could change them or be the exceptional person, I'm the one that put myself in that situation. When I finally drilled that in my head, and when I realized that just like other people has hurting me, I've also hurt others. It may not have been consistently, but I've still done it. Because not all of us are clean from sin. When I finally let that drill into this fat behind skull, it opened me up. It lifted a heavy burden, a heavy weight off my spirit. So I would say that was the biggest lesson. And it sucks that it had to take me to go through a whole bunch of BS for me to think this way, but it happened. And I would say that's the beauty of being alive. Because I could have died in my brokenness, but I feel like as time goes on, I'm beginning to heal. And within that process, I could I could help others, I could help them I could be a part of their process, or I could just become even better and better, you know and that was my biggest lesson. I had other lessons too that were impactful. I just feel like though the lessons that I've learned recently just kind of capitalized on those previous ones that I was working on, because I'm the type of person. Some people they say if they have more money they'll be good in life. Then you got some people that they say that if they dress or they had a certain man or a woman or a family, that their life will be better. Me personally, if I have wisdom and knowledge and understanding on why I'm in a certain situation or why I'm feeling this way or why I'm going through certain things, that makes me feel at peace because I have a understanding on why, and it's not self-centered. Because a self-centered, a victimized mentality will always blame others. I'm not trying to say that no one doesn't have blame in what I go through, but a lot of the times the things that we go through is because of our initiation to that. Like there's some people that I chose to be a part of my life. And yes, they may have hurt me, but they're only in my life to do that because I chose them. Whether they tricked me or not, I chose them. I either ignored the red flags or maybe they were just really good manipulators. But for the most part, people manipulate. They can only manipulate so much. A lot of the times we see it, we feel it, but we just go for it because we think that we're the exception. We think that people will change because we're different. Let me tell you something. If someone has been through a million people, I'm not talking sexually, I'm just saying a million people in general, whether it's talking, school, work, family. if people dealt with other people prior to you, you're not the exception. And once you figure that out, you'll realize you'll take the necessary steps to how to deal with certain people and people in general. So that was my lesson. Um, um did you hear about the streamer that out on the Fendron passed away? His name was Too Mad. Yeah, that was yeah. And when my wife was pregnant with her first child, I gave her alcohol. Now 20 years sober, and we have four kids now. Three are grown and are in college. Now, father has changed my life completely. Yeah, Jason, I'm telling you, like some people, and it's crazy too. Like I've seen the most broken down people and broken down relationships, but when they had kids, though, man, their whole life turned around. Now, I don't know where social media gets the whole when people have kids, um, things get worse. I only think that happens to people when they already start off on a good foot and then they just have kids just because. Usually, people that I've come across when they come from poverty but they're still trying to live life to the fullest, like they're just trying to be happy and have a family like everybody else. Usually those people I see when they have kids, like they make a 180. You know what I'm saying? Um, but usually the ones that have it all together already handed out to them and stuff handed out to them, and then they have kids. Usually those couples always see when they have kids things get worse in a sense, not even better. But it's like, yo, what happened? Like it seemed like you had everything together. You know, your parents hand things down to you. You got a good job, you and your wife, and your kids are in private school. What the hell happened? And usually people like that, I've always seen their kids go from basically the preacher's kid to like, God dang, like what the heck happened to you? It looked like another universe gave birth to that kid, not even from Earth, you know. So I've seen it, and you know, I think personally that humble beginnings make us make a really strong dynamic and have more of an impact on society. I'm not trying to say people that start off from riches and all that can't do the same. I just seen it in my personal life. People from humble beginnings, they always somehow turn things around 180 style. It's because the kids not having their fathers in their life. Yeah, fathers are important. That's a tough topic. Ooh. Um, that is a really tough topic. And the reason why I want to say that's a tough topic is because people love to project online. And social media will have it that most fathers neglect their kids, but they never speak on either a woman doing it or a woman making it harder on a man. Nobody doesn't talk about that stuff. It's either someone will be called a bigot or a liar or something. But in the world that we live in, men and women are capable of doing damage. It's not just men. It's not just women. Um, if there's some great fathers that I know that the woman became a drug addict and now they have ownership of all their kids. Then there's some women that I know that they're single parents because you know they chose the wrong guy. It was their fault for having sex with the guy, but the guy was still no good to the point they didn't want to take care of their kids and now they're single. I get that, I get it, but just like I said, when you realize that you were a participant to the problem, not the victim, you'll realize that yes, it's sad because in your heart you want people to look at you as the exception because you're sweet, you're kind, you're loving. But not everybody is going to receive you the same way. Not everybody's going to look at you and say, "Oh, you're so sweet, you're so nice. So even though I'm a devil, I'm going to treat you with the utmost respect, and I'm going to make you my wife or my husband." Some people are real manipulators. Some people are real thieves. They lie. That's just them by nature. And it's until they fall on their ass that they may wake up and say, "Wow, I really messed up." Um, what is your opinion on cheating, and why do you think that people do it, and why will you do it one day? So I think so. Let me start off from a marriage standpoint, and then I'll work my way on down. So I feel like it's better to work down than work up. Because I feel like marriage is the top level of a relationship, and it's easier to start off from there because when you're married, it's actually more complicated than it is when you're still boyfriend and girlfriend. Um, I think that when someone is married, if they cheat, not trying to say that it's right, not trying to say that it's wrong. I think it is wrong, but you got to have an understanding on why they probably did it. So, just like I said, a lot of people initiate who they're with, right? We all choose who we want to be with. So I'm going to tell you where the cheating starts or where they went wrong. A lot of people that get married, they marry prematurely. They don't really get to know that person that they're with. They ignore the red flags. Every day's a honeymoon phase. Now I'm talking about. I'm not talking clever people. I'm going to get to them in a minute. I'm talking people that they truly are infatuated by one another. How they look, sexy, their eye candy, they're fly. You know what I'm saying? What ends up happening is they want to get married so quick that they skip all the fundamentals of what makes a strong marriage. So they ignored all the red flags. Mind you, they're good people though. These people are good people. The ones that they just to make a strong marriage, you have to have a strong foundation. And if you don't have a strong foundation, you can't build on to it because it'll be rocky. The foundation is broken, it's crumbly, it can't stand. It's easy to knock down. So these couples that do that, even if they're growing together, and since they haven't went through certain things in their own personal life to know how they will be when they get with somebody, it's like they're growing together and they're hitting new experiences with each other. Most mature marriages, they had good examples or they've been through enough situations to know how to go about it. A lot of these marriages that start out, they come with a lot of baggage, they come with a lot of problems. The problems that they go through for the first time, they never seen a resolve from other people, no good example. So they end up disagreeing with each other. Um, one they're in constant battle with each other because one will say one thing, the other person will disagree. So if there was somebody in their past that they were involved with, didn't marry, but they're involved with, um, they could probably have an old fling, and they feel that that old fling they understood them more, but it wasn't. But the truth of the matter is, the old fling didn't understand them more. They were just at an age where they didn't have to worry about problems. So it's easy to go back to someone that didn't go through the thicket with you. Yeah, everything was good because y'all weren't living together, y'all didn't do nothing together. Y'all were just having sex and going out on dates, watching movies and whatever. So a lot of these couples, if they did have a prior relationship before getting married to the person that they known most of their young adult lives, they don't think straight. They cheat based off feelings, off emotions. It's not even logic. Because if it was logic, they would be like, you know what? We both got married prematurely. We both haven't been through enough experience or life social situations for us to even say that we're wrong or we're right. We have to figure each other out again. We have to understand each other all over again because this is the first time that we're going through something together, and we're gonna have different opinions because this is our first rodeo. And every day we have to readjust, adapt, readjust, modify, readjust over and over and over again. And then there's social media. Social media has a big influence on relationships, and some people get into that psycho black hole, and they hear one person say women are this or men are that, and they start projecting, and that could be an involvement that makes them divorce or cheat, or they have bad friends, the same friends that they had in high school or young adult age. They take them with them with inside their marriage. They there's no boundaries, and the friends that weren't really that good with for them, they still have them around. They're like, oh, your man said that to you, or he didn't agree with you, or your old or your lady is doesn't respect you, blah 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 blah, and they have influence on them. And my dad told me a valuable lesson. I'll tell you what my dad told me when I was younger. My dad said, if you seek a woman from how she looked to how she is, you need to spend time with her family, because whatever they argue about, they're going to bring into your relationship. Whatever, and if the parents are big, most likely the woman that you're with is going to be big too. Whatever they have a disagreement on when it comes to religion, guess what? They're going to bring that into your relationship. Whatever friends they have, when you guys get into an argument, you're not arguing with your spouse or your girlfriend. You're going to be arguing with their friend through them. So get to know their friends. Stop trying to go around the daddy. Be around him all the time because he deals with the queen, which is your girl's mama. So whatever he has to say, however he functions and stuff, trust me, you're gonna be compared constantly to her family and friends. Daniel was good, rooted and essential was good, but a lot of times, just like I said, people. My fault. YouTube just cut it off. It looks like after every hour they do that, but people don't have that prior knowledge. So that's premature marriages. That's how they just ended up cheating or getting divorced and stuff. Um, Now Bristol was mentioning. All right, so that's one of the scenarios when it comes to marriage. Now, if it's just boyfriend and girlfriend, right? Why they do it? It's because, oh, mind you, marriage is more so. I forgot to mention this. Someone loses the desire to respect or love within the relationship. They lose the desire. So you got some abusive men, some abusive women. Some are abusive mentally or physically. Women could withhold, men could withhold. So something is being withheld. And that could cause someone to look elsewhere. Um, I feel that too many people, when they get into a relationship and get bitter, they feel entitled. They feel that they just lose desire. And it causes someone to cheat. And when people think of cheating, they think physically. I feel if you make your spouse stumble to even cheat, that you also cheated yourself. You cheated the marriage, you cheated yourself because you knew darn well that what this person wanted and needed, and you belittled it and you made them feel like a monster for wanting certain things out of you, whether you're a man or a woman, but yet you withheld. So I think that me personally, that if you are a participant to the problem, then you're a cheater. You may not have went out and you did something with somebody. You may have not even been emotionally in touch with somebody, but you were still participant to the problem to make your spouse do that. Therefore, just like they cheated outside of marriage, you cheated the marriage. Therefore, it leads into a possible divorce. Now, let me get to the girlfriend and boyfriend part because that's not as complicated. The boyfriend and girlfriend, I would say that if cheating did happen, then it's because they don't feel like they're obligated to one another. The moment their emotions get, rattled, they just up and just do whatever. It's called the cell phone generation, right? Especially now today's time, people feel that they just want to level up all the time. And if someone feels that the grass is greener on the other side, they're probably gonna do it. Usually, I feel that you know the initiation process that determines if there's gonna be cheating or not. To be honest, if that foundation is not strong, it's gonna happen. Um, you may not hear about it, you may not even see it, but it happened. If it's not emotional, it's physical, but it already happened. There's no way around it. I don't care who you are. There's so many people. Oh, I haven't done it, but to me, cheating is physical, emotional. Watching something on TV. If you're watching a body or someone on TV with lustful eyes, I don't care what it is. Whether it's for a moment, you're cheating in your heart. So everybody's done it. I don't care who you are. You've done it at least once or twice, and that's like I'm lowballing when I say once or twice. Everyone has done it. I don't care how holy thou, my mama, everybody. I don't care who you are. We all have done it. We all cheated ourselves, not on somebody else, in some shape or form. Relationship wise, if not because of money or something. Have you ever cheated? Yep. 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 And for someone to say that they haven't, then they're stupid, they're liars, I would never trust them. If someone said that they never done it on the basis of what I recall cheating, I would never trust them. I would never, because those are the type of people that they'll be the first person to judge, and when you need something like help, they'll be the first one to make sure that you stay in the ground. Yeah, I don't. Nope. I'll never. Nope. It could be you right now. I'll be like, nah, nope, nope. Yep, yep. Bristol, yep. You want me to tell you why I feel that way? I'm gonna tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because because so cheating to me is like sin. When you commit sin, you think that you could control it. But let me tell you how sin works. Let me tell you, because cheating is sinful. Let me tell you how it works. You think you could control sin, but sin will take you way further than where you wanted it to go. And once you're at that deep end, for the most part, you ain't getting out. And if you do get out, just know that it's coming out the ground and it's staying looking at you, laughing. Like, I'm still here. You probably out this hole, but I'm in eyes length. I'm right here. I'm out this grave, out this hole, looking right at you. You may have built the fence, you may have built the wall, but I'm always in the back of your mind, right here, waiting for you, right here. Every time when you backslide, here I am. Yep, and that's how it is. And that's just how life is. When you do something crazy, yeah, you may be forgiven. Yeah, you may, but it's always there. It's always there. And depending on who you are, you may bounce back, but just know that it's always going to be there. There's no such thing as a perfect person in any category. If you haven't killed somebody, I'm pretty sure you thought it before. If you haven't cheated physically, you probably did it emotionally, or you probably did do it physically. It just wasn't sexually. If you haven't stole money, you probably stole candy, or you probably stole someone's heart and abused it and bruised it. Um, you know, if everybody's done something. It's just people don't investigate it though, and I think that's why a lot of people lie, or don't intentionally lie. You just don't investigate what they mean. So, because you can ask someone, "Did you cheat?" and they'll swear up and down that they didn't, but it's only because they're thinking superficial. Where you been, Mac Bean? I've been here. I'm just getting fat. No, I'm still doing my thing. I just had to take a little time off. A man has to step back from um certain consistencies in his life just to make sure he does self care for himself. But yeah, everybody has done everything under the sun. You just have to investigate. If you don't investigate, you will call them a liar, but it's only based off their understanding. If you actually elaborate, if you have them elaborate, then you could investigate and be like, okay, I can understand why you say you never did, but let me elaborate on what I consider is a cheater in this, and then let me ask that question again, you know, and then they'll either make an excuse, but the moment they say they did it. The moment someone does that, or let me think about it, it's like you already did it. You just gave me my answer. Yeah, but I didn't say anything. The moment you have to think, you've done it in some shape or form, whether it was a lesser degree to a greater degree. You have done it. You know, it's no big deal. You just done it, and you have to own it. Take accountability. You saw how quickly I said, yeah. I didn't even say because I'm not going to be a hypocrite to myself and to my viewers. Now, I do believe that people don't have to answer your question. People have the right to their privacy. But one thing that I try not to do, if someone asks me a question, I'm not going to be. If you ask me specifics, I may hold my tongue because that's privacy, that's breaching privacy, because I don't know who's watching, I don't know who's in the background, but vaguely, oh yeah, like yeah, you know, because I don't believe anyone's innocent of that, so for the most part, I'm gonna say yeah to a lot of things because if you judge me or so it better be facts, but just make sure those facts they apply to you as well, you know, because not everybody's clean, you know. You may not have done the things that you're accusing me of or that you found out about me to a certain degree, but you still did it, you know. You may not have did it like I did, but you still did it, So this is why it's easy for me to be like, yeah, versus somebody that's trying to work around it and trying to cover it up and doing all this fake stuff. Nah, For one, I'm probably old enough to be a lot of y'all dads up in here. Scott is too, Mac Bean. But or y'all like great uncle, or y'all like y'all uncle or something. But nah, I'm not gonna play that game. It is what it is. But yeah, always Bristol, just like a yep, yeah. but it all depends. They, how old are you? How old am I? Let's just say that half of 80s is old enough. He's like, dang. Um, no, I'm not that old, but to me, I just think that any age over, not even so much 30. I would say like any age over 35, life can hit, and it does hit. And if you haven't grasped life by its noggins and get a grip on certain things, then yo, you are delayed as heck, yo. But yeah, I definitely grew up in the. I'm an '80s kid, so, but yeah, um, yeah. Everybody has done everything. If you haven't done it physically, you did it mentally. And to me, yes, mentally, it's not physically because you didn't act on it, but it's still bad because whatever you do emotionally and mentally, it could limit you from other things. So, for example, um, like you guys mentioned cheaters and stuff, someone could be withholding, just like I said, that's a form of cheating. Someone could be um, watching pornography, or I'm not supposed to say. I'm sorry, corn. Sorry, YouTube, corn. That's cheating. Somebody could have lustful eyes for somebody um, in a relationship. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with looking at sunset. It looks cute, it's sexy. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nice things in the world. Someone, I mean, there's some dudes that I look at. They have a nice body. I'm gonna be like, yo, it looks good. And then if a woman has a nice body, I'm like, yo, she has a nice body. There's nothing wrong with saying something's nice, and there's nothing wrong. It's when you let it dive deep, like you envision yourself doing some things. You know what I'm saying? But it's when you take it to that level. You know. And guess what? Everybody's done it. Everybody's done it. Look. The next time you're with a group of females, and I'm saying more for the guys. How many females have y'all known that will say stuff like that, even when they're married, right? Oh, if I were younger or such and such gave me a chance, I will F him. Did it. Sorry, babe, but I would. There's a lot of women I know that talk like that when I was growing up. They'll from NBA players to actors. They're like, "Ooh, I know I'm married, but man, if I was such and such and such and such, I will knock them boots off. Like he could knock me up. Like yeah." And they will loosely say it. They will laugh and they will say stuff like I'll leave my man in a heartbeat. And men usually will be a little bit more like on a mute when it comes to that stuff. But we be thinking it too. Just that women, they make it more like a funny thing and they laugh about it, joke around. Oh, babe, it's not that serious. You're just being insecure. But they will do it for real. If you give them that opportunity, they'll do it for real. They say we're insecure, but trust me, when they say stuff like that, oh yeah, they'll do it in a heartbeat. Some of them, not all of them. Yeah, they'll open that thing up and they'll be like, "Yep, get in my belly, Rich," or my favorite actor. Whether I can't even think of actors right now, but oh yeah, um, but yeah. Just to answer your question, Bristol, everybody, everybody. And if they ever tell me no, then depending on the situation, I'm gonna take whatever they say and be like, yeah, sure, you know. But yeah, everyone, every single person, every single person has done it. Everyone. No one's not green to that. No one. You know, it's the same thing. Same thing for murdering too. You know, probably never shot somebody, but if you had the intent to kill in your heart, you did it already. What would you do if your girl cheated with a celebrity? And would it be okay? The celebrity, if that ever happened, they better pay all my bills, pay my debt. They better buy me a car. And they better, and if they did, I'm just being honest with you right now. Um, you're like, dang, you'll go that far? Yeah. If I think somebody better benefit from something. It's like, yo, if you banging my girl, you need. Hey, can you help a brother out? Can you pay my bills? Can you, get me a better ride, maybe? Or hey, you can have what you want, but help a brother out and make sure that I don't have to ever deal with this woman ever again. If he wants to handle everything and take it off my hands, I'll be like, take it, cause I don't want it. I just need you to help me out real quick, and I will leave y'all alone. I will leave y'all alone. Just help a brother out. I need to benefit somehow. Like so many people get pissed. It's like, yo, work that to your benefit. If you can't work it out with the celebrity that she's with, see if you can benefit from the chick. You know what I'm saying? If she's getting money from him, you better take some of that money and run off with it. Do something. You know what I'm saying? Look, I look at it this way. We're all adults. And a mature adult shouldn't have to worry about another adult. So I'm not gonna stress it like that. If someone's gonna leave me for someone that they know that have money, but they weren't willing to be faithful to me when I went through the thicket for most of their problems in their life, they're not worth my time and energy. But in the process of leaving, I will benefit somehow. I sure will. I'll be like, look, you can have a celebrity. I don't want nothing to do with you. No hard feelings. Just, hey, can you hook a brother up? Because I was there for you. I was there. And I'm a good person or good enough. Because that's why you chose me, right? Hook me up and I will be out of your hair. And if she comes sprawling back, I'll be like, nope, I won't take you back. I ain't a sucker like that. It's like I think that anyone that didn't take advantage of the situation is a sucker. Don't let your feelings get involved. The damage is already done. See how you can benefit. And I'm not trying to say still, do things with your girl or your guy. If the guy does it, it doesn't matter. But see if you could benefit. See if you could, you know, she, feel bad and do stuff. Don't just run away. Hey, you may not have your girl or your guy no more, but hey, you may get something paid, a bill, a nice car. Yeah. So that's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. And I won't be mad at the celebrity. He's just being him. Is OnlyFans considered? Yep, that is too. Yes, it is. OnlyFans is cheating. Um, it is. I'm gonna tell you why it's cheating. I'm gonna tell you why that's cheating. Because a lot of those OnlyFans, this is just my opinion. This is my opinion. But a lot of those OnlyFans girls, they looking nice. They're being so polite and sexual online when they probably don't even do that at least 10% of the time for the person that they with. That's why I see it as cheating. More so. It's kind of like a woman or a man showing more respect to their boss than their own spouse. That's cheating. How you gonna give more respect to someone that's your boss, but not the person that's slaving for you I'm using the word slaving loosely, but how you gonna respect your boss more than the person that's willing to go through life with you every single day? You know what I'm saying? Like if a man or a woman is has been through life with you, is sharing life with you every single day, going through the tough decisions with you, and you have the nerve to respect. Now, I'm not trying to say you shouldn't respect your boss, but there's some women and men that they don't respect really who they're with, the spouses that they have in their life at all. But they'll respect their pastors more. They'll respect their bosses more, if not the same. Like they will respect every single person more than the person that will be willing to lay down their life for them, whether it's physically or mentally. Sometimes spiritually. Some of these suckers, they will lose their relationship with Christ, well, or whatever they believe in, just for who they're with. And to me, that's a sucker move because you're gonna end up offing yourself when you start dropping everything for the significant. That's why you need to be equally yoked with whoever you end up with. Because if you're not, then yeah, it's gonna be a problem. But yeah, OnlyFans, yeah, that's really bad. Most of them women that do that stuff anyway, just like I said, or men, but we all know that most OnlyFans people are women, so that's what I'm saying, women. Most of those women that do that stuff, we already know that they're not even giving 10 to 20% of their man that level of attention when it comes to their body and how they look and how they sound, how they're being respectful and sexual. We already know. It's not like that. And if it is like that, it's still cheating. It's just because I don't think anybody should have the glory or the satisfaction to get the best out of your spouse, whether you're a man or a woman. So if just like I said, if your boss is getting more respect than you're getting respect from the person that you're with, that's cheating. You know, if people online are seeing your wife or your husband more naked and flashing and shaking their rum more than you get that action, then it's cheating. You know, if if a man or a woman desires intimacy physically and they're having a hard time getting that from their spouse, but their spouse could easily have a one night stand with somebody knowing that they have somebody at home that could do it with them every day, yeah, that's cheating. That's why I say don't even take them back. Now, there's some people, there's nothing wrong with a marriage. Oh, would you be with a man for half of your life for half? Nope, 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 nope. Um, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it because I believe in integrity and character. Um, I believe that money could never take away consequence. So unless you're about that life, you know, then why not? But if you're not about that life and you're doing things and you're allowing money to override integrity, your character, and who you are, and what you stand on, that money can only go so far. That's why you have porn stars and that's why you have actors and stuff offing themselves and resorting to drugs or they getting desensitized when it comes to certain things because who they are as a person, they let money influence that. And when they get older, because we all have a time clock, some of us we hit that wall. Now what? Now we have a choice from a needle or a bullet from a 9 millimeter. And most people, if they don't off themselves, they resort to drugs or they get deeper in that sin. They dwell deeper into it, and nothing will ever satisfy them. Nothing, nothing. You know. So I won't do that. No, no. Now, if you say live with a man in the sense of like brothers, like, hey, dude, like, that's different. Yeah, I'll do it then. But if you're talking about like in a relationship status, oh no, oh no, 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 no. But if you met, would you live with a stranger that's a dude and for that money? That's why I say you got to clarify. But I'm assuming you mean relationship. But no, I wouldn't do that. The only time I will do something like that, it'll have to be just like I said, and on my terms. So if it's like, would you live with a celebrity that was rich just to live with them, nothing else, just to live, see how they live. You have to live their life and stuff, live it with them. That's different. But if you're talking about sexual relation, intimacy, no, nope. And even in the scenario that I was mentioning, that you got to be careful with that too, because even if there was no intimacy or any of that stuff, even adopting somebody's lifestyle, you're losing integrity. So even that in itself, I still may say no, because I find value in someone's self worth. I find value when you believe in something, because that could take you a long way. Money can only take you so far, but it's who you are and what you believe in that can help you cope with life. Techie, what's good? Yo, it's been a long time. It must be late because usually I say, oh, it's 11:45, yo. But yeah, it's usually what you believe in, what you value, that will help you carry on in life. Long time, man. Yeah, it's been a long time. Yes, it has. I'm sorry that I've been out for a while. I'm just happy um that I did take the time. I truly am, because I was truly busy with legit stuff. It wasn't so a lot of people when they stop YouTube, it's because something bad happened. Nothing bad didn't happen to me. I just legit got busy. But within that busyness, I was doing self care and working on myself as well. So me being off of YouTube for a while wasn't because something tragic or bad happened. Necessarily. It was legit because I was really busy. I was legit busy. I'm still am busy. I just found a little time to do this stuff. And since the summertime is coming, definitely making more videos. In the past, how did you fix cook cook sleep schedule? Oh, I know that's okay. In the past, how did you fix a cook sleep schedule? Uh, cook sleep schedule. Uh oh. um. So when it comes to a it it all boils down to time management. Um, I believe that if you truly want something, whether it's a better schedule to rest, to spend time with people, play video, whatever it may be, for the most part, for some people, there's plenty of time. So, for example, I'm on this phone right now talking to y'all. I could be sleeping, right? I got work 7 a.m. I could be sleeping. The only reason why I'm doing this right now is because, for one, I'm working from home tomorrow, so it's easier to fall asleep and wake up to a laptop. And two, working from home has its benefits because you could be resting but active at the same time. Resting doesn't mean that you're sleeping. You just don't have to. Mentally, you're working hard, but physically, you don't have to do much. Just sitting on your chair. So, but right now, I could be resting, you know. And when it comes to working out, instead of working out every day, maybe I could switch it to 2 to 3 days out of the week. Just add 30 minutes to those workouts. When it comes to if you're in school, if you're studying, um, instead of watching TV or doing YouTube, um, take use that time to study, you know, um, or do whatever you need to do and prioritize. It's all about prioritization. You got to prioritize everything in your life. If you don't prioritize, then you will lose sleep. Your schedule will be all messed up. So, for example, I could have went to bed 3 hours ago, gotten really good sleep, and then I could have woke up a little bit early. If I wanted to, I could work out or read or or do whatever or just sleep for extra time. Now rejuvenated to work after my work shift. I could either work out, do a YouTube, or if you're in school, study, you know. If you're gonna hang out with people, choose the good times. Choose a really good time. Most people they like to work. They like to get together on the weekends. Well, I'm the type of person I like to do things a little bit differently. So if I have a friend and I know that we're both off on a Tuesday, I'd rather spend time with them then because most people work a Monday through Friday schedule. So I'd rather just have the day to ourselves. Like, hey, everybody's at work, so why don't we do something Tuesday? We'll be the first. We won't have to wait for a restaurant. We'll be the only ones at the movie theater, at the gym. We could go out to eat. Like nobody will be in the way. 'Cause everybody's working Monday through Friday, you know. Or depending on what shift you work, if you work graveyard shift, the what I love about graveyard shift, I'm gonna tell you what I love about graveyard shift. The world is yours because while everybody's working, you took a little nap, took a shower, you got up, and while everybody's working, you get to run errands. People aren't really in the stores. You go to movies, you go to the beach, get parking. The world is yours when you work third shift. Um, but that's what I love. Oh, that was my stomach. Sorry, but that's what I loved about third shift. So your schedule could really be modified to fit you. You just gotta prioritize. Um, and there was a video that I saw on YouTube. Actually, they showed this in college too. There was like a cylinder glass with an opening on top, and someone said, "Okay, um throw marbles in there," and they threw marbles all in it. And then they said, "Okay, can you fit anything else in the cylinder jar?" The people said no because it's filled with marbles. And he's like, wrong. And then he said, then he grabbed some sand and he put sand inside the cylinder jar. Mind you, the sand went through the marbles, started filling up. So then the teacher, the professor asked again, can you put anything else in this cylinder jar? All the students said no, because now the jar is filled with marbles and sand. But you know what he did? He grabbed liquid and the whatever crevices that was cracks and openings, the liquid went through the sand, and he just said, this is how our life is. If you don't prioritize and think that you can't squeeze in it, trust me, 5 minutes here and there will make an impact. 10 minutes here and there will make an impact. You may think that an hour of sleep is useless, so why take it? But if you do that, if you could break it up and take power naps, or if you could take 3 hours here and 1 hour there, 30 minutes there, trust me, that will help. Sleep is essential because just like we rest our muscles and not do anything with them because they're sore, the brain is the same way. And the only way you can rest the brain and let it grow so you can function properly is if you let it rest, whether it's for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. But that's what I loved about that example. I wish I could pull it up on here right now because I thought It was awesome. That example of the cylinder jar, throwing the marbles in there. What else could fit? Throw some sand in there. What else could fit? Liquid. It was a beautiful example. Oh my goodness, it was awesome. Um, it is 11:54. I still see three people in there. I do appreciate it. A brother always appreciate it, straight up. But I wonder who's here. Bristol's probably still here. Techie's probably still here. I know Sheik, you already went a long time ago. Country Curry, he's still in school, so I know that's why he's gone. I probably have some people that I work with or colleagues that are in here. It'll be cool if one of my professors was on here. That would be something. I know I give a shout out to my brother that got married, and I wasn't able to be there. So sometimes he'll watch to see what I'm doing, but just I sound very proud of him. I'm happy for him, and you know, even months ago or last year, I wasn't the same person that I was at this moment, and um, when I told him I was proud of him, I said, "Know that you're getting it from a not from a heart of I hope everything goes well. It's from a heart of everything will go well because you are a wiser, stronger, and smart man, and whoever you choose is a reflection of you, and the reflection of you is a good thing. So I have nothing to worry about. So, and he doesn't either. So, but as I said, sometimes he'll watch and stay quiet and give me a text, or or he didn't see it. But if he did, I told him already, but he knows now again. Um, he's out there in California now. Yeah. Any more questions, Bristol? You're asking some good questions. I know what type of stuff you be looking at. um, just know that if you are going through something yourself, um, I would say asking me, I give a pretty fair analysis. I'm not gonna, I'm very careful with my responses too, because you got some people that they have strictly worldly responses. Then you got people that they have biblical or whatever religion beliefs, and they need something somewhat in the middle, but more geared towards what they believe, whether it's from their family, their beliefs, or whatnot. But so I try to be very. Is Ronaldo? No. Did you see him in one of my videos? I did have some people in my videos. What did I have in my? I know I had basketball, football, boxing, MMA, soccer. There's a couple. Yeah, soccer. Yeah, but nah. Yeah. But what's funny? I used to have there was a couple of players I could mention that I really like. I don't know if you know about this person, but when it came to football, um, I did like Johnny Elway from the Broncos. Um, there's some old school Tampa Bay Buck players. Um, there's a couple of them. Basketball is pretty simple. Even boxing was simple. When it came to boxing, the people that I really enjoy watching was Sugar Ray Leonard. Oh man, dude was just awesome. Some of the boxes I'm not gonna mention because they're so common that I think everybody likes them. So you're not gonna hear me say Ali or Mike Tyson, or I'm mentioning people that people really think about when it comes to boxing. So Sugar Ray Leonard, even though he's well known, but people ain't gonna mention his name over Mike Tyson. Roy Jones Jr., man, he was awesome to look at in the ring. Then there's a couple other ones too. They were really good. One guy I'm thinking of, I don't know why he's leaving me. Soccer. When it comes to soccer, um, yeah, there's a couple of them. Soccer's a fun sport. I never played it in high school. I just did it for fun. I love playing it for fun, especially when I was in really good shape. I could be doing it all day. But no, soccer is really fun to play. And I have pretty strong shins too. So I was able to play and get hit in my shins and keep on running. Um, really fun sport. Soccer was fun. Like volleyball, tennis. Tennis is really fun. Any sport that has you test out your like, because football, all you gotta do is catch and run that thing. Basketball, you needed skill, but if you knew how to shoot, you really didn't need that much dribbling skill. You just needed a good shoot, good shot. Soccer requires a lot of skill, like from the goalie to you trying to make the point. You just needed to be super skilled, like ridiculous skill. Like, oh my god, it's the same thing with hockey, you know. Because think about it, when you play football, once you grab that ball, you know, you're just running. Yeah, there's more in depth to football, don't get me wrong, but you grab the ball and you just run. And it's up to your team and whatever you guys plan to protect you so you get the goal. But soccer, you don't just grab the ball and start running. When it's soccer, you're constantly moving towards the goal on your feet while using your feet to dribble around the players. And that's skill. Like, holy cow, that's skill. Like, super talented skill. And it's the same thing with hockey. In hockey, you're not holding the puck and you're skating. For anything, that's hard too because you're skating, ice skating, and you have a stick. It's not even in your hand, and you're controlling that puck from other people that's trying to get it to get that. That's insane. Basketball, you need skill too because as you're dribbling the ball, you got to time it so someone doesn't steal it, and you got to keep it bouncing. It's not like football where you just hold it and run. Don't get me wrong, I love contact sports, but I'm just mentioning how you know all sports. I respect their discipline, but even basketball, like even though I feel that it's easier than hockey and soccer, but with basketball, you can't travel, right? So you got to bounce the ball. What makes basketball easier is that, just like I said, and this is why I really never played basketball. I I'll be sure I wasn't like exceptional at it. I always love contact sports anyway. But with basketball, I could be so good at defense, but if someone was a good shot, they just they could just shoot out and make it. So it was better playing in teams because when it was just one on one, it's like, dude, I'm either gonna be playing against a good shooter or someone that's just gonna. Yeah, it's always against a good shooter when it came to basketball. And all they do is just shoot, 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 shoot. And it just became boring. When you're on teams, it's better, but when it's like one on one, oh my god, or even two on two sometimes. But football's a little bit different. It's easier in a sense because you don't have to dribble or move around a puck or anything. You just grab that ball and you start running. You know. That could be annoying too if it's 1-on-1 or 2-on-2. But but when it comes to like boxing, hockey, soccer, UFC, stuff that's more contact related, but it requires you to have skills with your hands like no other, not just running or shooting. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It's hard. There we go. Let me just check the time. It is 12:04. So this is what I'm gonna do. Um, it's 12:04. I've been on for going on 3. I'm gonna stay on. I'm gonna stay on for about a little bit over 8 minutes. Have you ever heard of Drogba? Is that like rugby? What is that? I don't think so. Maybe you describe it to me. I'll probably know. Maybe. Not sure. I'm not 100%. Maybe. Um, but nah, I don't think so. It doesn't ring a bell right away. But I will stay on for about 7 minutes though. I know Ronaldo with Drogba. I maybe I didn't. Is he called something else? Probably not by that, like by that name. But do they call him something in Ivory Coast? Mm, mm, I'm gonna have to look into. I probably know. It's just I probably know. But yeah, soccer is definitely intense. I don't care what nobody say. If somebody say soccer's on, no, it's not. No, it's not. You know, even baseball takes skill. Because yeah, you just have to hit the ball, but whoever's throwing that ball, like you gotta hit it. So and then I think even baseball it requires a little bit more skill than football and stuff. Football is just enjoyable because of the tackling. It's cutthroat. You work as a team and you can see people like protecting the player with the ball. I can see why it's fun. It's very basic, but it's cutthroat. It's the same thing with basketball. Very basic, but it's cutthroat. Um, it's an adrenaline. When it comes to soccer, like it could take so many quarters before somebody makes a goal. Um, it's not as cutthroat like football and basketball. Baseball, it could get intense with the ball throwing, but it's not really a contact sport, So it gets intense, but you're not gonna see nobody running up on somebody trying to tackle them. You know, um, Hockey you could get that a lot. Hockey, yeah, there's a lot of contact, but it's not cutthroat. It's not cutthroat, and I think that's why people, um, they like football and basketball a lot more than most sports because it's black and white. You know, um, it's the same thing with boxing, UFC. I enjoy boxing. Boxing is wonderful, but it could be basic depending on who's fighting. Depending on who's fighting. It's not basic in a sense if you're the player. Just like I said, I respect all sports. I'm saying how people will think. Cause I don't think boxing is basic. I think anybody take a punch in the face and trajectory and the timing and focus it takes to do it. It's not basic, but there's so many. But think about some boxing matches that you see. Sometimes you don't see hits land, or sometimes they're just circling around the ring over and over again. That's why some people they hate fights. They'll say, "I pay all this money just to see this person just moving around the ring a lot." I give respect to that because who wants to get hit in the face? But a lot of people they get pissed off with that. But when it comes to UFC, yes, you get circling a lot and stuff, but it's wild and it's crazy. You get to throw hands, kicks, knees, elbows, and slam people and start pounding on them. It's not as cut and dry. In boxing, you're waiting for a knockout. It's not a good fight. You're just waiting for somebody to make a decision or knockout. UFC, you don't know if someone's gonna get kicked crazy, elbowed in the face, submission, slammed, pound and ground all over the place. Um, you just don't know. You don't know. But I enjoy boxing. Though it depends on who's fighting and how the fight goes. And if the fight to me is boring, I still respect it because it's a sport that most people will not be able to contend and do. And when people talk bad about a fighter, it's like, well, why don't you take that fighter's spot and you show us how it's done? Because trust me, I don't want to get hit in my plexus or sternum area and stuff and get hit by those dudes. No. Yo, it's been a minute. Oh, Lemon, what's good? You hit me up the other day though in my comment section, but yeah, it's been a minute for sure. I was gonna stay on for about 3 more minutes, but yeah, it has been a minute since I've done a live. This is my first time back doing. It's funny because I know a lot of my viewers, a lot of y'all start coming in late. Like it never fails. It's like 9 o'clock. If I don't start at 8, it's usually like after 9. And about like 9:30, 10 o'clock, you guys will start rolling in. And then when it gets past 11, it dies down a little bit. But then when it gets around 12 o'clock, then a lot of y'all start coming back up in here. I got a little weightlifting the other day. Just got to get a schedule. I feel you, man. With me, I'm still doing my thing. Winter sucks. I know it's still cold here, man. God dang, it's still cold. It's windier than a mud. Like I can hear everything just moving in this place. I'm in my attic though, so I'm gonna hear stuff. I'm in my attic space. I actually cleared it out so I do more calisthenics. The weight bench that I did have and stuff, it's over here, where the curtain is at. You just gotta move it, but I still have it. I just figured that I'll have the bench over there, and then all my calisthenic stuff I'll do over here. And then I'm talking to you. My TV's over here, and then I have my stationary bike on the other side over there. But great to see the grind going 100. Yeah, man. I I know I haven't been making content lately, but I just started uploading this week. Um I think I started last week posting, like late last week, but I definitely started doing it this week. Um I think it which is good. It's hard to grind in basketball. Trying for basketball next school year. Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. I've gained weight. I'm like 285, 290 right now. Um, but just like I said, if you watch my shorts and my videos, you'll see that for my size, I'm still getting it in. I'm still doing pull ups, chin ups, still doing those crazy push ups. But I wouldn't mind losing. It's just the winter time. Like I've gotten so busy and I dropped the ball when it came to like my health, but not to the point where I completely let go. Because just like I said, when someone completely lets themselves go, they won't be able to do what I do at my weight. Like it just won't happen. Um, but yeah, I'll need to get back onto it. I just don't. It's just hard doing stuff when the weather's like this. But I'm hoping. I would say this summer. I'm definitely gonna. I didn't. I didn't mean to hit the wall, but I definitely plan on getting it in. Um, Other than that, yes, already. I already been on here for 3 hours, so I'm actually gonna hit the hay because I got work at 7 a.m. But it's work from home, so that's a good thing. So I'm still gonna get adequate sleep. It'll probably just be like 6 hours roughly, but that's okay. For me, 5 to 6 hours is good enough. I am somewhat skinny still, but I am gaining weight in the summer. I'll be going for basketball and exercise. Yeah, man, that's what's up. Get it in. But I'll be doing a live tomorrow. I'm hoping to do a live tomorrow, and I will do one. So I'll do one tomorrow night. This is gonna be the plan. I'll do one tomorrow night, Saturday night, and I might do one Sunday night. Um, Maybe Sunday night because I know I'm gonna be busy. Possibly Sunday. Actually, no, I am gonna be busy. I'm sorry. So I will do one tomorrow night and maybe Saturday night. And then after that, I won't do a live, but I'll be making videos and stuff. So, I'll still be doing that. And then I'll continue about my lives. Um, yeah, we'll see. We'll go from the Friday night and Saturday night. It's not Saturday morning. All right, y'all. Like a brother always say, peace and chicken grease. Bad body over and out.